Welcome everybody to our PB podcast. We got Steve here and my brother Zach. We're gonna go over game 2, 3, and 4 of the NBA Finals this year between Miami and the Los Angeles Lakers. So, what did you guys see in game 2? Any surprises or any letdowns?
No surprises at all. I thought that, the score was 124 to 114. I didn't think. Now, I was actually surprised about how well the Lakers shot from the three-point line. They don't have that many, you have, Danny Green and KCP, but you know how they've been playing this playoffs. KCP's been playing pretty good, but they did shoot pretty well from the three, honestly.
Yeah.
Better than I thought. And their bench is what stepped up in game 2 also.
Exactly, yeah.
AD had another great game in game 2, looking like a Finals MVP, but he's still my Finals MVP vote so far. I think what happened in game 3, it's looking LeBron got a little leverage on that one. Just because he just almost had a triple-double, but because AD did not show up that much in Game 3.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I like what the bench did for LA. Rondo had 16 and 10. If he plays like that, there's no chance for Miami. Kyle Kuzma gave you 11. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope gave you 11 as well. But it was really the LeBron and AD show. With LeBron almost a triple-double, 33, 9, and 9. I wasn't surprised. I knew they were going to win game 2. They don't lose in those Mama jerseys.
Yeah, no. Put them jerseys. I knew they put them jerseys on. They weren't going to lose.
Nah. Hell no.
And Jimmy Butler didn't get much help.
No.
Kelly Olynyk had 24, but, he stepped up a little bit. But other than that, there was nothing, really. Tyler Hero had 17, but...
Yeah, no, he didn't. Yeah, no one... he was kind of Jimmy again, and he didn't have a whole lot of help, but...
Yeah, he didn't have no help at all. The only two people that was helping him out was Kendrick Nunn and Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah.
And Olynyk, I think he actually had a great game, honestly. He had some possessions where he looked like it was just he didn't know what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
But other than that, he had a great game.
He had 3 too.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
he had a real good game, game 3 also. If he stays on the floor, I know Jimmy Butler can count on him. I know he can give you at least 10. He can give you 15 points. That's what he's been showing these last 2 games. So
I agree with that. In game 3, a lot of letdowns. I was really disappointed.
I didn't expect it to happen, but watching that game and seeing Jimmy come out the way he did and just the way he played, that's how you play in the finals right there. That's ridiculous. That man put a team on his back, and I love Jimmy Butler. He's one of my favorite players, but he did real fucking great in that game 3. Actually, he was like the first person. I saw that stat I was talking about earlier. The first person to outscore, assist, and out rebound LeBron in the finals in what was it, 58 games, some ridiculous amount,
Including his teammates, yeah.
Including his teammates. Just anyone in general who's playing a finals game with them in the last 50-something games. That's incredible. But that's not a knock on either of them. That's a thumbs up on both LeBron and Jimmy.
No, yeah. Go ahead, Pete, if you want to.
In game 3, he didn't have much help either. He had a little bit with Kelly Olynyk, and Tyler Hero stepped up in the fourth quarter. I think he had 8 points, and he shot 60%. That just can't happen. For the Lakers' defensive end, that they can't allow that. And Kelly Olynyk, I think he shot, 4 of 6? 3 of 5, actually. 3 of 5 from the three-point line.
Yeah.
I think that's Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard's fault. They got to step up on that.
I didn't play like that much. But I saw.
Dwight Howard didn't play that much at all, honestly. He only played 15 minutes. And that's the reason why is because, actually, like Shannon Sharp said earlier today, he was like, if Bam Adebayo plays, it's better for the Lakers matchup wise because Dwight Howard can guard him in the pick and roll situations. Soon as Kelly Olynyk come in, it's pick and pop, and Dwight Howard has to guard from the 3-point line all the way in. So
I think the Lakers need to play Dwight because either Dwight's going to be open for a pick and roll for an oop, or because Olynyk has to guard either Dwight or has to guard AD. So if Olynyk guards Dwight, that means AD's got Andre Iguodala, Jay Crowder on him, and 6'11" from 6'6", 6'7". I'm taking 6'11", especially if it's AD.
Mm-hmm. And the biggest reason I think why they lost, outside of Jimmy Butler having one of the greatest performances in the finals, is that they just got outplayed all across the board. Their shooting percentage, they shot 43 from the field, 33 from the 3-point line, and 75 from free throws. You can't shoot 75% from the free throw line and win the game. And they had 19 turnovers, which was about 8 more than what Miami had. Right there is just putting you in a hole that you don't want to be.
Yeah, it was that whole first half. They had what? How many turnovers in the first quarter alone? 11?
11,
yeah.
11? That's very sloppy for a LeBron James team. I'm not gonna lie.
Second and third quarter, but
did assist. I was really disappointed. He should have played better. I mean, even though he had 25,
9
and 9.
Yeah, he had 8 turnovers himself.
Yeah, and Anthony Davis had 5. And Anthony Davis, I mean, he's not a guard, obviously, but he still can't. He had 4 in the first quarter, I think, or 3.
Yeah, the Lakers just looked all out of sync. I mean, Danny Green didn't even hit a shot.
He hasn't.
KCP only hit 1 shot. And then the bench was the only thing that did really good for them. Markieff Morris had the best game of the season. His best game of the season, and Kuzma had his best game in the playoffs. But nobody else contributed for real besides Brian.
Rondo didn't do too hot. Caruso wasn't. I don't think Caruso brought that defensive intensity like he normally does.
I don't think he did it for a full 40, 48 for a full time he was out there.
I just thought they could use a little more production from Danny Green. Obviously, he's a no-show in this whole playoffs. And Caldwell Pope is a guy that they usually could have relied on, but that night he only had 5 points, which is not like him at all.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ask?
How many points did they lose by?
11.
11. That's 4 or 5 buckets right there. That's not a whole lot.
No, not at all. And then with their free throws, they missed. I think it was 8 free throws.
Mm-hmm.
Missed 7 free throws.
Or from the free throw line. Yeah, 75% from the free throw line. That's not good enough for an NBA team.
No, and just too many turnovers.
I feel them is that obviously the 19 turnovers, 11 in the first quarter, and then them only shooting 43%. They came off of a game 2 where they shot 47 threes in a game. They've never did. That's the highest that the Lakers ever shot in a game, and they shot really well, and they only won by what was it, 10, 11, 12, something like that in game 2.
Yeah, 10 points. Yeah,
the way they shot. It'll be an interesting game 4 tonight. I think this is the night LeBron kind of steals the Finals MVP award from everyone. I think he's gonna go off.
He better.
I think Game 3 really hurt Anthony Davis's chances. Not saying that he can't get it, because I think right now, I want to say 50-50, but I'm going to say 60-40 towards LeBron, just because Anthony Davis did not score at all in the fourth quarter. I know LeBron only had 2 points, but Anthony Davis had what? How many points did he have?
He only had 15 altogether.
15 points in 33 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going the other way. I'm going 40% LeBron and 60 AD. AD had a great game 1 and 2.
He did have a great game 1 and 2. But this is getting towards the point of 2011 LeBron right now. What Anthony Davis is doing.
Oh yeah, no help.
I know that he had foul trouble and all, but as a NBA player, as a big man, you gotta limit yourself to what your fouling is and your defensive how you play defensively.
No, yeah, he
Plays aggressively when you're 3 fouls in the first 20 minutes of the game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But game 4, I'm very excited.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I'm excited for game 4. I can't wait.
I'm excited for it too. If the Lakers they need to win this one. I see it as that. I mean, they don't. It's not a. If they lose it, they lose a series type game. But they just need to win it.
I think it is. If you lose game 4 to let them tie it up,
I think that's a morale.
it's not a morale. No, they need a morale booster. I still think Lakers in 5. I've said Lakers in 5 the entire time. But you can't let Jimmy Butler do what he did last game and take over. I mean, he's been playing out of his mind the last 3 games. He just hasn't had any help. Yeah. I think Bam is still questionable. I think he's back. Is he back tonight?
Yeah, he's playing tonight.
Playing tonight. So it's gonna be a little bit more help come off a game high. They might pull something off. I mean, I hope the Lakers win, obviously in 5, but it's a really good game 4 tonight, definitely.
Oh yeah, most def. I'm excited for it. I want to see LeBron take over. I want to see him do that. If he comes out somber and all that, I'm gonna be mad. I really am. If he comes out somber, Anthony Davis is winning Finals MVP. That's just how I see it. But
yeah, I think what LeBron needs to do in order to get, the W ultimately, but just to get their team going is to, I don't want to say limit his passing, but like LeBron plays best and the Lakers play best when LeBron has, 12 in the first quarter. When he gets aggressive on the offensive end with driving, and not always settling for threes, but when he gets aggressive and going to the basket, I think that's when ultimately the Lakers are 11-0 when leading in the first quarter. So I think that's all you need to do is dominate from the get-go. From the first quarter, they're good to go. Because when LeBron plays good, everybody else plays good.
Yeah, because that's just the way he's like a type of player that he wants to get everyone involved. I think you need to get yourself involved first. I mean, he's one of the most unselfish players in the NBA ever, I think. But I think he needs to be kind of selfish tonight, take what he needs to get, and then let the game come to him and just kind of facilitate the way he does as the best player in the league.
This is what Rondo said about LeBron after game 3. He was just telling him he was telling him that basically you need to like focus and not show all your your body language about how these younger players are playing, like Kyle Kuzma, Caruso, and all them, KCP, Danny Green, because they're missing shots for him, and they're like, and if he shows that body language, he's their leader. If he shows that type of body language, it'll bring their morale down and all that. So if LeBron basically just, I feel like if he's aggressive, go be really, really aggressive this first quarter, and then try to work facilitate in the in-between quarters, second and third, while still trying to get his, they'll have a pretty good game. It'll be just like game 2 or game 1. And then you probably could get that Finals MVP.
I don't think he's worried about it. I don't think he really cares. But if Anthony Davis gets it, then I'm not gonna be mad at all. Like as long as he gets that 4th ring, I think LeBron is chilling. But as far as tonight, what they need to do, I just think that since Bam is coming back, Dwight Howard will play a little bit more because I think he only played like 12 minutes in game 3. That just brings more defensive intensity to the game as well on the Lakers side. He's like Rondo and Caruso, brings that certain energy. As you see, he got into Jokic's head in the Nuggets series in the conference finals. And I honestly think that Bam coming back benefits Miami, but it also benefits the Lakers, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because it helps like the matchup, like you said earlier, the matchups of playing Dwight a little bit more, and that means, they could play Olynyk at the 4 and have Olynyk guard Dwight and Bam guard AD, but I don't think they will. I think they like rolling with Crowder and Iguodala playing that 4, that stretch little 4 that they got going on. Which AD at the 4, he's gonna dominate. I think he's a great game. They're gonna worry about LeBron because LeBron is if LeBron's not on this team is not making the finals. No, he's the facilitator. He's the main guy. You stop him, you stop pretty much the whole team. I mean, you they stopped AD last, or not really stopped him. They got him in foul trouble. He wasn't really the best, and they still only lost by 12. Not a whole lot. It's a couple shots, but.
And I think he's coming out tonight pissed off a little bit. LeBron.
Yeah, walked off the court with 10 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys that. Did you guys find it disrespectful, or do you just find it like competitiveness?
I don't find it disrespectful. I think it was disrespectful if it's like the series clincher, you walk off and don't say anything, like what the Pistons did to the Bulls and all that back in, what was that, 91 or something like that?
90, 91, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think it was 90. But yeah. I think if it's a game, so like it's the Heat win the finals out there and LeBron doesn't say anything to him, I think it's very disrespectful. It being game 3, it's not really that disrespectful at all. I think he's pissed off they didn't play that well, and I think them making them finish with 5 guys, you can start a game with 5, you can end the game with 4. It doesn't really matter. You could have just inbound the ball to whoever and been game over. I don't know why they made a big deal of it. We're looking for news to talk about.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I didn't think it was disrespectful. I mean, you could say it was unprofessional, but
everybody's done it. Larry Bird did it back in the day.
Yeah, everybody used to do it, man. Like it's not nothing new.
No. I think, obviously the media is always going to drag out whatever LeBron does. Good or bad.
It's LeBron, that's why.
Center of attention.
So, Game 4 prediction. Who's winning tonight?
I think the Lakers win. I'll go with the score. I'll go 122 to – I'm going to say like 122 to 108, 106. Lakers win. I think they kind of get a little 14-point lead. 16-point win right there.
I think we were looking at 115 and 97, 98. And the reason why I say that, I think the Lakers will hold them underneath 100 because Dwight Howard playing more minutes since Bam is out there. Jimmy doesn't have that many drives to the hoop like he did in Game 3. Game 3. I swear, he was just driving. Nobody was there. Anybody can get it.
I'm so with them, and he'd be like on KCP or Danny Green, and they're smaller, and Jimmy's a big boy, man. He plays hardball. I love it.
Yeah.
So, Austin, what do you think?
I'm going to go 96, 110. I agree with Steve that the Lakers are just going to bring it defensively. Not saying that Jimmy Butler's not going to get his. He will. But I think it's going to be a little bit harder for the guys around Jimmy Butler as normal. So I'm going to have to go with the Lakers in this one again.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I think the Lakers need to start either Rondo or Caruso. I'd sit Danny Green. He's not helping you out there. He's hurt. I'd sit him.
And Rondo was shooting good from the three-point line. He's shooting great from the three-point line, man.
Hey, Alex Caruso's because they like Rondo come off the bench when LeBron gets out. They like him facilitating when LeBron's not in. So
I don't think they're going to start Rondo at all.
I don't think they probably ain't going to start Rondo. The reason why is because I think for 3 games straight now, LeBron's been coming out in the first how many minutes?
It's like after
6 or 7 minutes left in the first quarter, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there. He always comes out first, and then AD stays out there.
Yep.
But so yeah, I think that's when Rondo comes in so he can facilitate and get AD ready. That's why AD always has so many points in the first quarter anyway. Besides last game, he got in foul trouble and all that. But
yeah, he got early foul trouble. Yeah. Lost my train of thought. Anyways, I think Jimmy Butler had 24 points of his 40 points in the paint. He did not shoot a single 3, which that's a problem right there. The Lakers are they are the best team in the playoffs defensively. And if that happens again, Anthony Davis can play good like he did in Game 2, but if Jimmy Butler lives in the paint like that, it's going to be a close game, and they might pull it out and tie the series up 2-2, which is scary.
Yeah, that is scary.
Wear that Black Mamba jersey one more time and get some magic going.
For real.
They need to wear that.
I love some jerseys, though.
I want one of them jerseys, but no, I don't think. I mean, if they do tie the series, I still don't think the Lakers are that worried though. Like They'd be like, okay, LeBron. I feel like LeBron would take the front seat. He'd take the front seat, be like the driver's seat, be like, okay, y'all, it's 2-2. I don't have time for this. But like,
Yeah.
I don't think they're really that worried because they have so many people who have experience of being in this place. I mean, you got Rondo, Howard, Danny Green, and company. That veteran presence, locker room presence, they can just
LeBron's trying to get home to beat Bronny's ass.
What you say?
Yeah. I think it's his birthday today. I think he gets a win here.
I think Bronny wants the series to go to 7, so he didn't get that ass whooping any sooner.
Oh, you're another had a conversation about that shit.
Hey, Bron did post him on his Instagram today talking about happy birthday, King, Lil King.
Yeah, what's he not gonna post his son?
He gonna get the little belt.
Right.
A little belt. LeBron finna give him the little belt.
You know damn well he gonna hit his kids.
No, probably not.
I feel like the mom. I feel like his wife be whooping the kids.
She probably does. Anyways, any other thoughts on Game 4 or concerns for the series?
No, I just think if Lakers don't win tonight, I think you start panicking. I think.
I don't know if it's a full-on panic, but
how would you done 2-2 to like?
I think you should worry a little bit. Yeah.
Worrying a little bit now. You gave him one. I was hoping for a sweep. You gotta just get out of here, get 4 in a row, and.
I knew it wasn't going to be a sweep because in the first episode, I was like, the Lakers always find some way, somehow, to blow one game.
Well, LeBron always finds some way. I was just like, nah. Just like,
you just not make me mad.
I know. I mean, hey, he always, well, his record, I mean, what was it? He usually loses, in the last couple of finals, he always used to lose game 1.
Yeah.
He could have won it. He could have won it in 2018, but we ain't going to speak on that.
Yeah, we don't.
That's not even on him, man. George Hill needs to learn how to make a free throw, and JR needs to learn the points.
You need to learn possession, time and possession.
Yep. I think was that the game that he had a 50-point?
50-point triple-double.
No, he didn't have triple-double. It was 51, 8, and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, he broke his hand that game.
If they would have won that game, I'm not saying they would have won the series, but it would have been a tie turner.
Oh, yeah, you playing that team?
Yeah, that made me so mad. Oh, I remember you guys. I think I was watching with you, Zach, and you remember what I was.
I wasn't. Game 1, I was at Brooke's house. I was with her family.
Oh, well, anyways, anybody was with me. Damn. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the NBA unless we have anything else to add.
I'm good.
I ain't got nothing, 150 Dream Team.
All right, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you shortly.
Adios.